Okay, is this thing even on? I don't know where to look. Still do not know how to successfully work this thing. So just bear with me here. Uh Here we go already with the uhs and ums and okay. So hey guys, thank you so much for the feedback on the last video. You guys were so sweet in the comments. I really appreciate that. So I do have notes down here. So if you see me looking down, that is what I'm looking at. First off, I want to say if you stuck around on my channel, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. You guys probably are the number one reason, like in the comments, like I enjoy seeing some of the names that I'm used to seeing or people that I recognize and I'm like, oh, I remember them from, gosh, I started my channel in like 2013. So some of you guys have probably been around for a while. So I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I mean, you guys are the ones that kind of make it worth it because you guys kind of build the community for me. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. All the messages. Well, I always say some people get on here and they're like, oh my God, I received so many messages on Instagram, blah, blah, blah. I got some messages and I appreciate those that reached out. I responded like really briefly to some of those messages and I feel really, whoops, I don't want to say bad words. I feel really crappy because I kind of gave responses and they were like a few words like, thanks for checking on me. And I was just like, you can do better than that. But I really was trying to stay off Instagram. So like, as soon as I got on and saw a message, I'd be like, okay, I'm going to type this as fast as I can and then get the hell off because I'll get to that in just a minute. But Instagram was, now that I'm off of Instagram, I can see kind of the toxicity that it had for me. Not for everyone, but for me. Okay, so, and when I said I was going to make a sit down video, I was like, do I really need to make a sit down video? Like I got on here to like practice to see how, like what the quality would be like. And then I was like, but do I really need to sit down and make a video? No, I decided I didn't need to anymore. But since I already said I would, I'm like, okay, screw it. Here I am. But I did just want to talk because there was a girl that oh gosh, I have my foot on my chair and it's shaking everything. There was a girl that I followed on YouTube. Does anybody remember my random favorite things? If you remember my random favorite things, comment down below that you remember her. She was like the person, she was like my perfect storm, I guess you would say. She was like my perfect storm. She was a person that I watched all of her videos, maybe even multiple times I watched her videos. And I just really connected with her. And she kind of just dropped off the face of the earth. And I think some of us are still wondering, like, where did she go? I think I even reached out to her at some point and was like, hey, how are you? Or whatever. But I think she said she kind of went a different direction. So started collecting something else, I think. So I don't want to speak for her though either, because maybe she doesn't want to be spoken about. But yeah, so I just didn't want to leave and just be gone forever. Not that anyone cares. I mean, okay. But I did just want to get on here and just, I do plan on making videos coming up, so that should be fun. I'm going to see how it goes. I realized that when I stopped all social medias, that I became more productive. I felt better about life. Like I'm probably the happiest I've ever been in a really, really long time. I just like my whole mood has changed. I feel like my whole demeanor is different. I get outside more. I get out and do things. You guys know, kind of like with my dizziness and stuff, it kind of held me back. And I think I kind of gave up for a while. And now that I've been trying to like push myself to go out and do things, sorry, I'm going to move my foot. Now that I have been like going out and doing more things, I feel definitely like I just feel better. I feel a lot better. So yeah. Let's see. So one of the reasons that I stopped making videos is one, I just got tired of, well, first thing is, Jesus, I just looked at myself in the screen. I hate it when people do that. Like you'll see people just like staring at themselves and you're just like, look at the camera. Okay, so one of the things is scents are subjective. So to me, like when I sit here and talk like Teresa, if you're watching, hey, I I'm not trying to call you out at all, but I was describing a scent that I absolutely loved. And I was like, oh my gosh, I love this scent. Well, Teresa gets on and she says something like, I don't remember exactly what she said, but she said, that scent to me smells like a boy's locker room. Like he took off his socks, put him in a locker, left him for a week, and then at the end of the year, he came back and he found the socks. That's what that scent smells like to me that you're describing. And I was like, oh, yeah, like people like a scent that I may love, you may not love. Same thing with warmers that we use, locations, that you're warming in. Everything is subjective. So it's hard to get on here and like try to describe a scent and then be like, you know what, like not everyone's going to like this scent. Like I'm trying the best of my abilities to describe this scent to you, but no matter what, you may or may not like it. It's just one of those things. So I was just like, this is stupid. Like, why am I wasting my time? Also, if you ever want to be a YouTube maker or, creator or whatever in the hell you want to call it, go ahead and just take 4 hours of your time and dump it in the trash. Because by the time you film the video, edit the video, look it over, make sure, nothing is horribly wrong, just forget it. Like you've wasted 4 hours of your time. So keep that in mind. Yeah. So I was just like, I'm wasting my time. Like, I like getting the information out there, but is it valuable? No. When I die, is anyone going to be like, "Ooh, remember that YouTuber that used to make wax videos?" No. Um, Also, the other thing that I want, damn it, I looked at myself in the screen. Oh, Jesus. Uh, Jeez, this is nerve wracking for me. This is the last forward facing video I'm going to be doing. I'm not, I'm just going to keep doing like I usually do. The other thing was I didn't want to put out to the world that it was okay to accumulate the amount of wax that I had accumulated. On a more serious note, it's like I know people say, well, if you have the money, it's fine. As long as you have the money, you can afford it, it's fine. But is it really though? Like where else could your money be going that might serve you better? And do you really need all that wax? No. So I didn't want to keep putting out hauls and being like, oh, because it kind of normalizes things, like when you see a YouTuber, like makeup, for example, that's kind of one of my crutches or crutch. That's not the right word. I don't know what I was trying to say. Like when I watch beauty videos, I see some of these beauty people accumulating a lot of things. So it's easy for me to be like, oh, well, that's normal. It's normal to buy or have 5 like foundations on hand and 5 palettes. And, so it kind of normalizes things. And you're like, well, if they can do it, so can I. Right. So I didn't want to be on here always hauling and like, showing my wax collection and being like, hey, this is my wax collection. This is normal. It's not normal. Um, Ideally, I destashed quite a bit. And I also just started throwing wax away, like stuff that didn't smell good anymore. It got chucked. So that didn't look good. God. Let's see. So that was the other reason I was just like, I'm over it. I don't, I just don't want to put out that vibe, that kind of thing. So let's see, was that it? Just and the other thing that I would say too is if you're new to wax, I would say if I could go back in time, I would make very small orders from vendors that I felt safe and comfortable, doing so with. There's a lot of shady vendors out there as of late. So, it's good to kind of check. And that's the other thing too, is some people will love a vendor and you'll get the vendor order and you'll be like, what the hell, It's just not what you thought it was going to be. So let's see what else. Oh, also, just on kind of more of a serious note as well, my grandma did pass away in January. She just missed her 93rd birthday. She would have had her 93rd birthday like 2 or 3 weeks later. So that kind of caused like this whole like last year has caused me to pause and like look at things in a different light and just try to reevaluate things and what can I do to get the most out of my life, and like I said, wax videos take a while to do. And, like I said, you might as well just chuck 4 or 5 hours in the trash can if you're going to make videos or do videos or whatever. That's just the nature of the beast. So I was like, I could be so much more productive. Like now, my schedule is I wake up in the morning and probably like I'll get on like a clean with me video. Those are like my favorite videos right now. I'll put in my earbuds or earphones, whatever I have available, and I will put on a true crime podcast. I'll put on something that I can listen to, and I get to work. Like I start doing things. Um, and that's not to say that I know some people, some days you can't even get out of bed. Like I know people deal with like depression and anxiety and stuff like that too. So I understand that too. I'm not trying to be on here and be like, ooh, look at me, look what I can do. That's no. I I'm just saying, just for me, I realized that I like to be moving around. I like to constantly like be doing something. Like for me to sit here and do this video right now, it's like, ugh, like not in a bad way, because I did want to talk to you guys, but I was just like, okay, I have stuff I need to be doing. I need to get out in a little while. So yeah, I just realized the quality on this video is crappy. Ugh, no luck for me. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully I got everything out okay. Hopefully I said what I needed to say. And then I just from here, I think I'm just gonna do warm reviews. I do have some stuff sitting in a warm review pile. I did just get a pharmacist's daughter order in. She had sent me some stuff a while back, and then everything kind of happened, hit the fan, and yeah, so I didn't know, I think she kind of stopped for a little bit and then she started full time again. So I decided I would order from her because I was like, she sent me like a pretty big box of like really nice stuff. So I want to talk about her a little bit and, kind of give a little shout out or whatever. Shout out to the family if you guys know what that's from. Oh my God. Oh gosh. Okay. So, anyways, thank you guys so much again. I appreciate the comments so much. Like, you guys are, I mean, just that you guys even like responded after I did that first video. I was like, holy crap, like, you guys are still here. Like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I think that's it. So, yeah, I'm going to stop it here and call it a day. Thank you guys so much for watching. And I'll see you hopefully in a wax video soon. Okay. Let me see if I can turn this off. I don't really know how. Okay. Bye, guys.